Let's create a really easy icy design with some tiny little snowflakes. Start off with a lighter blue color, and don't worry about being perfect with how you paint it on, because we're going to go into a darker blue and start kind of blending the two together, and they don't have to be perfect. Okay, so cure that in a lamp once you're happy with how it looks. I've gone in with the lighter blue again just to kind of give it a bit more of a abstracty vibe to it. Once it's cured and it comes out, I'm putting on a layer of foil gel, just because the gel polish I was using doesn't have much of an inhibition layer, and I needed that for the flakes that we're about to put on. Grab yourself some nail art flakes. I've gone with these ones here, which have like a purpley bluey tint to them. I guess you would call it probably ultraviolet. And then they do also have that kind of yellowy tint to it. I'm not too keen on that, but actually it looks quite good when we matte it, which you will see. So using a fluffy brush, I'm just applying it all over. I'm not covering the whole nail like solidly with these flakes, but I do want to have quite a nice layer of them on there, just because they will give us that lovely iridescent shift when we are finished with the design. I love a good milky top coat or a milky white gel polish. So I'm overlaying that over the whole design, and as you can see, it makes those flakes go really milky under there, and it just gives the design a lot more. And after that, I'm going on with a little bit of matte coat. So this is what will give it even more of that frosty, icy look to the design. I'm going to go in with a white ink and just creating a couple of swirly lines just to give a bit more depth to the design again. So I'm not dipping the brush back in at any point. I'm using only what's on the brush to create these swirls, and I'm going to kind of apply smaller ones on the other side because I don't want to cover the whole design. I just want to add something extra to it. And now for the super duper easy snowflakes, you just need a dotting tool and a white gel paint. You want to apply all your dots first, so start with the middle, and then you're going to go 2 up, 2 down, 2 on each side, and then in between of all of those you're going to do 1, just so certain arms, a few of the arms are a little bit shorter than the others. It just gives it a little bit more of dimension. It just looks a little nice. And do as many snowflakes as you'd like. I'm going to go with maybe 2 or 3. I don't want to overwhelm the design, and I will create each one of them in a very similar way. You don't need to do the exact amount of dots for each. You can switch it up a little bit, maybe go with just 1 dots for each, or maybe you want to go a little bit bigger. So really use your imagination and go ahead and do your own snowflakes. Then go in with your liner, and you're going to go straight through the middle of all of those dots. I'm not adding any extra gel onto that nail. I'm just using what's already there. Those dots that we haven't cured, we're just using that gel to pull everything out. once you're happy with all your snowflakes, just top coat the design and you're done. If you want to keep it matte, you also can do that. There's absolutely no problem with that. Most gel paints, detail paints you can get have a built-in top coat, so you could just leave it as it is, but I wanted to add that shiny top just so you can see the depth of the design.